give more update around the appointment of Éric Sékou Chelle as the manager of the Super Eagles. What we understand now from our sources is that Challe is expected in Nigeria this weekend, and that his unveiling, according to our sources, will take place early next week. The NFF, of course, are not releasing much details currently, but our sources are telling us that Éric Sékou will arrive with two of his assistants this weekend, and that his unveiling will be next week. And we also understand, according to our sources, that he has been given a short-term contract that will end in October 2025. And then a couple of earnings, of course, according to our sources, for him and his assistants. So we expect at the official unveiling that the NFF will, of course, confirm all this report. Though they did the same thing for Finidi George anyway, and when those questions were asked, the NFF and Finidi George refused to disclose the length of the deal and the monetary value of the contract that Finidi George signed then. And I hope it will not be the same issue we are going to have with the appointment of Éric Challe as the manager of the Super Eagles. Now, the NFF president told us that he's going to, Challe is going to take charge of the Chan Eagles. So possibly after his unveiling, we expect him to move to Ikene and join up with the rest of the squad. Now, our sources are also saying that Fidelis Ilechukwu and Daniel Gumodede will be added to his backroom staff. He's going to come with two assistant coaches. That's what we understand as at today. So we keep tabs with more progress around his appointment. Let's bring in Nonso Arinze China, an Abuja-based sport journalist, to share his thoughts on the appointment of Éric Challe as the manager of the Super Eagles. Good evening, Nonso. Good to have you again on ADBN Sport. Share your thoughts with us on the appointment of this 47-year-old as the manager of the Eagles. He was sacked by Mali in June last year. And this is the man now we've trusted to lead us to qualify for the next World Cup. Lead the Chan Eagles also. What do you make of this appointment, of course, of this coach to be in charge of our team?
Well, good evening. Thank you for having me on the show. It's a pleasure being part of this family. Now, to business. Challe, what do I think about his appointment as the coach of the Super Eagles? To be sincere, when I first got a hand of the news, must be sincere, I was quite surprised that he got the job. And why was I surprised? Because the body language from the camp of the NFF for the past 1.5 years, going to 2 years, is that I want a foreign-based manager who can carry this team. And to leave Nigeria for Mali, wasn't what many Nigerians expected. To be sure with you, I expected maybe a coach from European scene, or maybe from South America. That's why I was quite surprised, that he got the nod. Now, and secondly, the big question of whether he's the right man or not. I think undecided on this one. I'll give you my reason. This man had a great African competition. I must tell you, was knocked out by Cote d'Ivoire in quarterfinals. Remember, 2-1 after extra time. We come back win for Cote d'Ivoire en route to their winning the AFCON. And so a few weeks later, he was fired after losing 2-1 to Ghana on his home turf, and then losing to 10-man and playing a draw with a 10-man team. The chance of Mali now qualifying for the World Cup is very slim, and because of that reason, it was fired, like you said, in June. Now you are bringing this 10-man to Nigeria to reignite, giving him mission, resuscitating Nigeria's World Cup chances. This is a man who was fired for ensuring that Mali may not qualify for the World Cup in this same qualifying series. Does it make any head? Two, you're talking about the fact that the NFF do not have money to pay coaches, and but they want a foreign-based coach. So you're going to pay an African-based manager a huge amount, because you're going to pay him in US dollars with his assistants. Something you could have saved if you got an Egyptian coach. So, like I said, and then this is the shocker for me. My take on this one. How do you bring a man all of a sudden and then give him the chance? Does he watch the Nigerian Premier Football League? The answer is no. The players that played in the qualifiers for the first time in 4 years, the answer is no. You now say, okay, take the chance because you want him to pick one or two players to add to Super Eagles. So you're looking like It's more like you're gambling the chances of the Chan Eagles at the tournament proper in Tanzania, Uganda, and Kenya. So for me, he knows nothing about the Chan Eagles. These players are known to him. Even if he gets the cap, it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks enough to know these players and to build a team. Don't forget, Ben Lokomodede and Fidelis Juku, how they picked out some group of players to prepare for the tournament proper. Why not let them have a go after qualifying? It's just, I don't know. The appointment looks neither here nor there. It's all over the place. The World Cup chances, this is a man who failed in his own national. This is a man you are paying a huge amount of money. When you complain about you owe a lot of local-based coaches. This is a man you are giving a chance job that he knows nothing about. And most importantly, it's a slap on all the indigenous coaches in Nigeria. Whether it is Amokachi, Daniel, Siasia, Eguavon, it's a slap on them. These are coaches who has got better CVs, even than Challe. Challe's only coaching job is in some minor clubs here and there, and then the biggest job is the Malian national team. And he gets the job of the Super Eagles. Now, I kept saying something at the end of this, that we keep hiring managers who need the job that we need them. From Gero Raw. Gero became a popular manager after coaching the Super Eagles. Yeah. Pesero, God became a popular manager after coaching the Super Eagles. And now, Challe. This is my big question I want to ask. The last time we went at the AFCON under Pesero, we got to the finals. We did not win it. Oh, yes. Challe, in that same tournament, got to the quarterfinals. Yeah. If we're not going to get a manager, it has to be a step up on Jose Pesero on a permanent basis. And then we get Challe. This is a trial and error. This is a gamble. We're giving the man a contract to October with his hope is, qualify for the World Cup. I can assure you that if he fails qualify for the World Cup, maybe loses some games in March, he could be fired immediately. And he may not be the one who goes to the AFCON proper when it begins in 2025. There's a lot of, look at his main aim is to qualify for the World Cup. What if he fails? That means he may not even be the man at the AFCON. He will be another different manager. So why take a gamble you're not sure it was a 3 or 4 year contract. I would have understood, it's for the long term. You allow the man to groom his team, build his squad. But give man a contract from now to October and the job contract for the World Cup, meaning he could be fired even before the AFCON. To me, it's a no. I don't buy it. I think many Nigerians do not buy it as well.
Yeah, well, quite an interesting perspective there. Of course, the NFF yet to confirm all these reports anyway. So that is what our sources are saying. It's a short-term contract in October. That is the end of the World Cup qualifiers. And 2 months later, the AFCON will take place in Morocco. And like I pointed out in the morning while we were doing the 10 a.m. edition of the show, that is a similar situation that we might likely find ourselves. In 2021, Genero failed to qualify us for the World Cup. We fired him for 12 months, like about 2 months actually, to the AFCON in Cameroon. We brought in Augustin Higuain. Now, Nonso, let's talk about Augustin Higuain. There are those who are saying that perhaps it is time for Higuain to leave the NFF as the technical director. The federation has overlooked him again. The federation has bypassed the likes of Samson Siasia, Sunday Olise again, of course, and a couple of other coaches in the country to go for this Malian coach, who we understand is taking a huge pay cut. Even at the reported $50,000 a month is going to be earning, then his assistants will be on contract basis, according to what our sources are saying, $5,000 a month. And then Ilechukwu and Ogumodede most likely to be added to his backroom staff. Let's talk about Augustin Higuain, the technical director of the NFF and the man that has been the interim manager of the Super Eagles. Do you think that the federation is sending a message to Higuain that it is time for you to look for other challenges apart from being around Nigerian football?
I don't think so. Don't forget the president of the Nigerian Federation has technically clear that Higuain is the technical director of the federation, meaning his job is to step in when it need be and ensure that our footballing architecture, our system has a plan and a plan and let's say a system that works from the cadet level to the senior national team, a style of play, a philosophy, which I think he has failed woefully at doing anyway. But my question is this. I don't think that is a good buy. I don't think it's a slap on the indigenous coaches. Okay. I don't think that Challe is better than Amunike, better than Siasia, but even the Primo record, it's not so. It's a slap on them. And I think for Higuain, he just goes back straight to the position of the technical director. I think I'm one who believes that if we can't get a grade A coach, a coach that has got clout, a coach that has got the ability to drag any player from the world who has Nigerian origin to play for Nigeria, to pick the best player, who has got a name, to coach the Super Eagles. Why not leave it to the home-based coaches? Eguavoen hasn't done badly. Eguavoen qualified for the AFCON, remember? Eguavoen has not even played the World Cup qualifying game, but the job he's been sent to do was the AFCON, which he did very well. So if you're not giving Eguavoen the job, you're not giving Salcia the job, Amunike the job, and you want to go foreign, then go for a top-class coach, maybe a coach like Thomas Tuchel, a coach, the top-class manager. And you go to Éric Sékou, no, not Éric Sékou for me. That I feel is a slap on the faces of the indigenous coaches here in Nigeria. Who would not be paid as hard? We hear that the man will be paid as hard in 5 million naira. How much of Finidi George paid when he was the coach of Nigeria? How much was he paid? That is triple the sum he was paid, or even more. You know, so these are the questions you ask. Yeah. Is it you spend hard currency for the NFF who is in quotes funds trapped? They don't know how they're struggling with funds. You pay this huge amount of money to Challe and give him a short-term contract to perform a miracle. To me, his mission resuscitate. Okay. And I tell you, take an absolute miracle, I repeat, to qualify for the World Cup. So which is likely he's got a 70-30 chance to qualify. Let's assume he doesn't qualify. You fire him again. I'll be something for a new manager for June, July for the AFCON in Morocco. Are we not going around circles? If you believe Challe is a man that can do the job, give him a long-term contract. The World Cup is a thing of chance. Yeah. It's not enough chance. Give him a long-term contract. He builds a team for the future. He builds a team for the next 2-3 years, and the next World Cup if possible. So now you put this man on that. I feel what they've done is pay him a huge amount of money. The man does not care. He's making good money. If he qualifies, fine. Good to see. If he doesn't qualify, fine. He takes his box and he disappears. And that's why he don't forget the AFCON is in June, July. His contract ends in October. So even if he's fired, he has some amount of money to put together. And the money is huge. It's humongous, man. So it's a gamble. They throw the man on the bus. Do become a miracle worker. If you become a miracle worker, we'll show you the door. Must we hire a foreign-based manager if it's not good enough? That's my question. And I think that's the question Nigerians are asking. If it's going to be a foreign-based manager, it should be... Belgium has got Hugo Bruce. South Africa, beg your pardon, has got Hugo Bruce. If Zambia, Cote d'Ivoire could appoint Javier Renard, why can't we get something nice?
Okay, well, no, so like I mentioned in the morning, of course, it is what you can afford that you go for. The truth of the matter is that I don't think the NFF can currently pay a grade A or a grade B coach. We have to be sincere to ourselves.